you start focusing on ERPM, and how long you start prepared for the exams prior to coming to Sri Lanka?
So as I said, like my journey for ERPM was a little bit different than I think what most people take. Initially, I was focusing on my USMLEs, the step 1 and step 2 CK. After that, I only had like maybe 2 months of dedicated preparations geared towards ERPM. So I was like, when I was coming for ERPM, I think I was okay with the main 4 subjects. Main 5, I say, with psychiatry. I was not familiar much with the Sri Lankan healthcare setup. So community medicine and the forensic bit, which is relevant to the Sri Lankan judicial system. So those 2 subjects were my main concern, and the majority of my time was spent in the last 2 months for those. And what I wanted to know is, so I had like 2 weeks, which I'll have to study for the main 4 subjects, because psychiatry I was confident with. So psychiatry I did not touch. By USMLE, automatically it was covered. What I wanted was the pediatrics, medicine, gyn-oncs, and surgery, right? So then I wanted to see what are the areas that I'm strong at and what are the areas that I'm not strong at. So I soon realized surgery I don't have a problem with, and medicine there were a few areas which are not much common in US, like the infectious diseases and Sri Lanka and all that. So I think the platform was really helpful in that sense, because I needed to cover everything in like, let's say, a month, and the main 4 subjects in like 2 weeks. So I had to rely on paper classes, and I needed a platform where I could go and watch everything in at least 2 times a week, because there's a lot to cover in the final 2. We joined Ruankas's pediatric classes, paper classes, which were very helpful. Honestly, if anyone who doesn't know pediatrics goes to those classes and watch 3 paper classes, I think they know 70% of pediatrics for the ERPM. Then Yanushka's the medicine classes, they were gold, because I don't think there's any other platform which gives that experience. At least to my knowledge, there's no such platform present where people can go and in the final few months in their own pace to go and watch the video. I think most other classes are conducted like through Zoom. And I think in this era, 2025, that is a very backward approach, because I'm coming from going for classes for USMLE, right? So for step 1 and step 2, so everything is online. So we go and we do it in our own pace, and it's a very we decide what we do. So no one else will say, okay, you have to go for these classes, you have to spend this amount of time. No one forces us. We choose what to do. So I think the platforms allows that. So we can choose what to watch and what not to watch. So the areas that you are confident in, you don't actually need to watch, and the areas that you're confident in, you can go. Because at the end of the day, it's a time issue. It's a game with the time. Yeah, platform-wise, I think that's the main advantage that I had.